Hello everybody, Ian Robson here. Welcome back to another Mods Mashup. Today we're looking at a slurry spreader. This is a Noon slurry spreader. Cool little thing about this is actually a Canadian company, apparently. I would have to double check that, but what I was reading in the mod industries, what I was reading in the mod description was that it's actually a Canadian company, so kind of interesting. So this is a mod spreader, slurry spreader has been around for a while actually. So this has been updated to FS17 obviously. Looks alright. Nothing too crazy. Good textures on that. Tires could use a little work in my opinion. They look, I guess in reality they are just big flotation tires, so they probably shouldn't have much on them, but maybe something on the sidewall and maybe something in the rims there too. But so you have two versions in this particular slurry pack. You have the Noon QT 10,000, which holds, I guess, 10,000 liters. No, 20,000 liters. It can spread 10 meter wide, and it can take biodigestate or slurry, either or, and a working speed of 17 kilometers per hour for either of them. So this holds 18,000. The smaller one holds 18,000, working with the 10 meters. And the bigger one holds 37,000, which is actually quite a lot of slurry, more than most of the other slurry spreaders. Actually, it's about 7,000 more actually, and a working speed of 17 kilometers an hour, which is pretty good. So you need a 200 horsepower tractor for this guy right here. So those are your two options: 100,000 or 92,000 and 30,000. So, all right, let's give it a go now. So I have a Massey Ferguson over here, and we're going to go ahead and hook it up to the big one. And one of the reasons why this is actually designed as a tandem tandem slurry spreader is because it's more maneuverable when you have the joint in the middle. So like I can make this turn right here, and it's basically just going to follow exactly where I went, as opposed to a much longer style slurry spreader, like a single tank. Like the Venhias in-game one. Just to compare, like that won't do the same thing I just did there that easily. It does have steering wheels on the Venhias, mind you, so that does help. But so it looks like it's good so far. No frame drops from any noticeable frame drops, I should say. It does have beacons on it. Do the lights work? Yes, they do. Excellent. So here's an example of a turn I can make. So see how maneuverable this thing is, which makes it really nice for some of your farms there. So, all right, let's go ahead and fill it up with a little bit of slurry here. There we go. And I don't think it has any dials that indicate its fill level. No, it's pretty basic. There's your spray at the end. What does that say? Crush hazard. Don't get crushed. Keep hands clear. Okay. Lock out before servicing. So here's the joint in the middle between the two different trailers, and they share the same tank, which is kind of the interesting part about it. That's probably good enough. Alright, let's go spread a little bit of slurry here, and we'll see how it works. So this is just a 10 meter, so it's much smaller than the Venhias, the in-game one, but it does give you some other options. It does hold a lot. So like, if I compare it to some of the in-game options, so you have this guy right here, which is a little bit smaller working width, but it holds 8,000, so you'll be going back and forth the whole time. You have the Joskin, which holds 15,000 and a 12 working width. Then you have the Zunhammer one, which is a 15 meter, holds 18,000, and then you have the Venhias, which is 30 meter wide. Then you need, and it only holds 30,000 liters. So I don't know, like, those are your options for spreading slurry basically. So you basically go from like 15 meters to 30 meters. It's a big jump. Now notice this is $100,000, and the Noon is close to that range, so something to consider. So if you have smaller fields and want a more maneuverable setup, this might be a good option. So let's go ahead and look at the tires. They actually, the rear tires actually work on that too, and they actually depress the soil and stuff. Neat. All right, I need to unfold it. Okay. I don't know why I needed to unfold it, but apparently I needed to. There you go. It's got a good animation for the slurry. Looks good. So very nice. So the cool thing about this is that it is very maneuverable. So I can make it really tight turn here, and I can basically go back the same way. Considering how long this is, like, it can make a pretty big turn. Like, that is pretty cool, and that's what makes this setup really nice. You wouldn't be able to make quite such an easy turn with the big Venhias, but of course you're doing, you know, 3 times more on the working width. So I don't know what the unfold was, but apparently you have to unfold it before working. So, all right, so that's it. That is the Noon slurry spreader. It's from American Eagle Modding, so you will need to have a account there. It is a free account, but you can get it there. So I'll put a link in the description for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that little mod mashup of the Noon slurry spreader. I thought it was kind of neat because it was a Canadian company. I'll verify that now. So my name is Ian Robson. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more mod mashups. Catch you guys later.